If you are wondering if Sales Navigator is worth it, or if you are comparing Sales Navigator with LinkedIn Premium right now, let me give you the answer right away. So if you're a narcissist, you can go with LinkedIn Premium because the only valuable thing that you can do with that is scrolling here, who viewed your profile. So if you are an attention seeker, you can do that for $59 per month. It's a bit expensive, and you also get unlimited search. The thing is that with Sales Navigator, you also get unlimited search along with much more features that you can leverage to find decision makers and close more deals. And I'm going to show you that right now. Okay, let's go. So I made a table for you guys comparing the different solutions. And so first we got the price. So unlimited search, we got that with Premium and Sales Navigator, but the difference is the number of search results available. So on LinkedIn, I got 100 pages of 10 results. So 1000 results total available maximum. On Sales Navigator, I got 100 pages of 25 results. So 2500 leads available. And that makes a difference because here you get much more leads available, like you can actually visit the pages, etc. And if you want to use a third-party tool to export that into your CRM or a CSV file, on LinkedIn, you can only get the first 1000. On Sales Navigator, the first 2500s. So for example, if you use Sales Navigator, you can use the Evaboot Chrome extension. I left the link in the description, and you just need to click here, and then you can export the leads with or without the professional emails. And here Evaboot will export the first 2500 results of your search. If you do that on LinkedIn, first, you get less tools available to do that, and you will only get the first 1000 results. First thing. Second thing is the number of profiles visit you can do. Because on LinkedIn, you have these 1000 results, but you can only visit 80 profiles per day or 150 if you get a premium account. So when the third-party tools, they will use your account to export these profiles, they will visit the profiles, right? So actually, you will spend 10 days to export a search with 1000 results. That's way too long. With Sales Navigator, on the basis, you can visit up to 1000 profiles per day, but most of the tools, like Evaboot, will allow you to visit 2500 profiles per day and export 2500 profiles per day. So 1000 profiles in 10 days or 2500 profiles in 1 hour. So here the choice is obvious. Then for the filters, so obviously you got much more filters on Sales Navigator. On LinkedIn, you are really limited. If I look for people now and I click on all filters, you can see if they are actively hiring, location, the current company, connection of, past company, school, industry, profile language, service category, title, company, and it stops there. So on Sales Navigator, you got much more filters here for the role, geography, industry, and the good thing is that you got dynamic filters. So basically you can filter on people that have viewed your profile recently. Maybe they are more likely to reply to your messages. You can target people that have posted on LinkedIn recently, meaning that they are active. You can even click here and react directly on their post. You can target people that have changed job recently, past colleagues, share experiences. So basically you got much more like signals that you can leverage for your prospecting. Here, their filters, they are really like literal. And here you can play with the filters to find like an angle, for your prospecting. But this is not the best part. The best part is that you can cross account searches and lead searches. Let me show you that. So here, let's say I want to contact decision makers into software companies. So I'm going to select the software industry here, software development. Let's pick random headcounts. And then what I can do here when I'm happy with my results, let's say I want companies that are hiring because it means that they are growing, recent activities. Let's put the funding events on top of that because so they raise money, they are hiring, so most likely they are burning cash on new products and services. So let's target these companies. I can click on select all here. Zoom a bit. Select all here, save to list, and add this to a list or create a new list here. And you just name it here. Once you have that, you go back to the lead search, you delete all the filters, and you go to account list here, and then you are going to pick here your account list. And on the left will appear all the people working at these companies. So that's a good first step, but you want the decision makers. So what you are going to do is add filters on top of that. So let's say I want the CEO and the founders and a co-founder as well. And boom, here on the right, I got the right decision makers in the right companies. And then the next step would be to click here, export with Evaboot, export this search into a CSV file, and get the professional emails, and then you're good to go to start your prospecting campaign. I will quickly show you the results you get when you export with Evaboot. So here you get the first name, last name, clean, no emojis, no capital letters, the current job, the email verification status, LinkedIn URLs, you know if the profile is an open profile or not. Oh, sorry, messed up with the filters. The company name, company domain, company employee range, exact number of employees, company description, and much more data that you can use for your prospecting. But back to the table here, a big drawback of the LinkedIn free search engine is that you can't use advanced Boolean search. So I won't make a full Boolean search tutorial here. If you want to know what Boolean search is, I will leave a link on the top right of this video. But basically, it's a simple programmatic language that allows you to look for precise profiles with expression like this. So you can see here, I'm looking for managers, senior managers, and in the sales department, business development, and with not, I'm excluding certain keywords. So basically, this is a keyword search here, a complex keyword search. And if I copy paste that into the free LinkedIn search engine, they will say, no results found. They lie. They lie because they want you to buy Sales Navigator. Actually, if I copy paste the same thing here on a job title filter, that time it will work because they don't want people to be able to make two specific searches on the LinkedIn free search engine. If you pay Sales Navigator, you get that right. And here you can see I have a curated list of people inside the companies I've selected. So decision makers in sales. That's really useful. And with Boolean search, you are able to really target super precisely the leads that you want. So I will advise you to watch the tutorial that appeared a few seconds ago. Then after that, so on Sales Navigator, you can also save leads and save searches. So if I go back to my search here, so I already saved accounts, but I can also save leads. So if I say, okay, these people here, they're interesting, or I can select all the page. And here, same thing, I can create a list. So I have these leads stored here on my lead tab. And the really cool thing is that if you go to the home page, now you will get alerts on the LinkedIn activity of these people. For example, here I have this person on my feed. And if I click here, I can see that he posted a LinkedIn post. I can react to the LinkedIn posts, and I can send a message as well. So same thing, you can react on certain signals to send outreach messages and get better reply rate. So this is really interesting. You get the same thing for accounts. So if you save accounts, you would get alerts on accounts as well. Small bonus, you can also add notes on your leads. So you can go here and then click on add notes, and that way you can keep track of things. And also if you want to export your lists, you can also do that with Evaboot. You see that the button is appearing here, and LinkedIn gives you some detail on your list, who recently changed jobs and who recently posted on LinkedIn. On Sales Navigator, you can also save searches. That's a really useful feature if you want to create a pipeline of new leads matching your search criteria. So let's say I'm going to target here some SMBs, CEO in North America. Let's add like a few filters, change jobs and post it on LinkedIn. And if I want, I can here by using this button, save this search. And now this search will appear in Save Searches here. And the good thing is that every week I will get notified here of new leads that fit the search criteria. And the amazing thing is that when you combine a signal filter with this, because let's say you make a search of people and you pick change jobs, especially change jobs, by the way. You pick change jobs. So here you get all the people that change jobs in the last 3 months. But if you make this search, change jobs, and then you save the search, in the results here, you will get the people that change job last week. So in terms of timing, it's much better. People change job, 3 days after that, boom, they receive a message from you. I saw you just change job, etc. Are you challenging your technical stack, or are you willing to hire an agency, stuff like this? And here, the timing is perfect. So Safe Search in itself is pretty cool because you get new leads fitting your search criteria. But when you combine that with signal filters, especially change jobs, it's beautiful what you can do with that. Back to the table. So account-based searches, we already talked about this, is the fact to first make an account list and use the lead search. InMails, these are paid messages that you can send. Not a big difference here. You can send 50 with Sales Navigator and 15 with LinkedIn Premium. And other cool thing is Account IQ. So this is a new thing that you don't have with Premium, that you have on Sales Navigator on the accounts. They added a bunch of things that are pretty interesting to know about the accounts that you are targeting. And the name of the section is Account IQ. And they tell you how the company make money, their strategic priorities, their business challenges, and a competitive landscape. And that's interesting to know, like, about the competitors. Maybe you can mention the competitor's name in your messages, for example. Here you can notice that they are hiring a lot of developers. So if you are selling engineering products, sales products, marketing products, you can mention in your message that you've noticed that their department is growing. And yeah, pretty interesting if you get this data to write much better prospecting messages. So I think it's clear now that the Sales Navigator is way better than LinkedIn Premium. Now, is LinkedIn Sales Navigator worth it? I would say yes, if you use third-party tools on top of that. I made another table here. And basically, the huge drawback of Sales Navigator is that you can't export the leads into a CSV file. Once you get the results here on your lead list or your lead search, you can push that to your CRM if you don't have the Sales Navigator Advanced Plus plan. That is like way too expensive. It's an enterprise product. So if you're an SMB or a startup, you need a third-party tool like Evaboot to export your leads. You also get other tools. Cool thing with Evaboot is that we also clean the data. So all the emojis, capital letters in the names, you don't want to send that to your CRM. You don't want to put that in your variables, in your attribute messages. Let's say you say, hello, Anthony in capital letters with a rocket. I think you won't have replies with that. Leads. So pretty often on Sales Navigator, you make a search and then you will have leads in your search results that don't match your search filters. It's a big topic. I won't explain everything here, but I will leave a link to a video where I explain why you get these problems on Sales Navigator. And what Evaboot does is that we filter here the leads with this column, match filters. And if the leads match exactly your filters, we say yes. And if the lead doesn't match your filters, we say no. Let me show you an example. Okay, so I found this file here. I was looking for CEOs, founders, or co-founders. So you can see here on this column, you have CEO, founder, CEO, co-founder, etc. And then if I scroll down here, I got no's. And then if we look at here, the column, we have Evaboot detected that they had the wrong title. And if I look at the job titles, I don't have CEO, founder, or co-founder. The keyword is not in the job title. So Evaboot detected that. And so you can double check these leads. Maybe you still want to contact them, or you can delete them right away from your list. So you save the time of checking, you save the time of reaching out, because imagine that you don't pay attention and you send these leads to your campaign anyway. So you enrich them with emails, with phone numbers, stuff like this, and you find out way too late that these leads are not qualified. You already spend money and spend time on these leads. So it's better to filter them at the beginning, of the process. Also on Sales Navigator, you don't have the emails. So if you export with Evaboot, same thing, we will find the professional emails and we will verify them. And you can also, with Evaboot, identify open profiles. So basically, open profiles are profiles that you can send a free InMails to because they activated that option. And you get this information here on the column is open profile. And basically, all these profiles, you don't need to send a connection request to them. You can reach out to them directly with an InMail. And again, I've made a special video on that and how you can leverage this tactic to double the number of people you can contact on LinkedIn every month. So Sales Navigator, way better than LinkedIn Premium, and Sales Navigator worth it. I think if you combine it with a third-party tool, you can use Evaboot. You also get a lot of good competitors that you can use. So feel free to make the benchmark and let me know if you get results using Sales Navigator in the comments. I wish you a great day and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.